morning of positivity and of celebration for sure. But I would just reach out to this certain fan base. I'm not saying it's a bad draft at all. No way we could say that. Lions fans, you got to admit it was at least a little bit of a curious first round. Just give me curious. The Jahmyr Gibbs pick, Peter and Tom were talking, he's a late riser, that's great. Strange, were you not totally surprised they took Jahmyr Gibbs, a running back, all the way up there at 12? You just start doing the thing you do where you start looking through your roster and they're like, well, we have Swift, we think he's good. We just brought in David Montgomery and paid him real money. And I know that we just lost Jamal and he broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record, but like almost every single one of those from the 1 yard line, do we need to spend a first round draft pick on a running back? They did, okay, fine. But then they're up again and they're at 18 and I'm like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they took 2 running backs in the first round. Just go for it. Instead, you think, oh, they're gonna take, Kalijah Kancey, they're going to take Nolan Smith. It took Jack Campbell from Iowa, the linebacker, who, like, thumper, gritty, and on the video in the draft room, Campbell's like, yeah, man, he's got his pecs way out. He has this pose on his jacket where he's holding onto his blazer like he just conquered a country in the Middle East or something, or in the Middle Ages. Jack Campbell, I actually had to Google, I'm like, is he related to Dan Campbell? And Rap Sheet tweeted, he is not related. Listen, apparently there's 2 guys from Iowa we're taking in the first round on defense. They had the best defense of all time. Maybe he'll become Brian Urlacher or Ray Lewis, who the hell knows. Right now, pick me up, Jay. I'll put it this way. It was a surprising draft in both picks.
Surprising draft, yes. Now you got Rodrigo and Campbell, 2 guys, thumpers going downhill. 2 positions that we kind of devalue. And
I saw some tweets that were like, Jack Campbell is like a taller Rodrigo. And this is when the kids say, that's not the flex you think it is. Like, that's the phrase they like on Twitter right now. Yep. Like, I want to be positive. I love the Lions. I love Campbell. It was an interesting first round.
Yeah, very interesting. Like you said, Jahmyr Gibbs goes 12. 2 running backs in the first 12 picks of the NFL draft, when for the past 2 months we've been saying the running back position is not one of value. You don't draft a running back that high. Bijan Robinson goes number 8 to the Arizona Cardinals, and Arthur Smith goes and gets his guy. He believes, he obviously was in Tennessee with Derrick Henry, and he believes, hell, I think the running back position is of value, and I'm going to ride with a guy from Texas who I think can change our offense and make it a lot more dynamic. It's going to be fun to see what he's able to do in Atlanta. And then I also look at the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, we all kind of were speculating, hey, what they're going to do with the number 3 pick. Arizona Cardinals made multiple trades even before the draft started. They flipped third-round draft picks with the Philadelphia Eagles. I had to go read the entire statement to fully understand what the heck was going on to figure out everything with the hiring of John Gannon and all of that and Monty Ossenfort. But either way, they make a trade before the draft. Then they trade out of that 3rd pick so the Houston Texans could jump up. And they're like, all right, well, the Arizona Cardinals are just going to figure out who their guy is at that later round 12th pick. And they're like, nope, we're going to jump back up to 6 to get Paris Johnson Jr. When a lot of people kept saying Skoronski was going to be the first tackle off the board, ends up being Paris Johnson Jr. Arizona Cardinals wheeling and dealing, couldn't figure him out during the draft, so they were a surprise for me.
Yeah, you would have thought, you know, especially after watching Devin Witherspoon go off the board, Detroit may do something, may back out. Or, you know, you take Christian Gonzalez. You know, it's what you need. And they go get the running back. And then you had a great point, Kalijah Kancey. That guy in Adam with Aiden Hutchinson.
Feels like Ndamukong Suh.
Interesting. I love Detroit. I think they're the team to beat in the division this year, but we'll see. My biggest surprise was just how far the wide receiving crew fell, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, Jackson Smith-Njigba goes at 20 to the Seattle Seahawks, which I think is a huge, huge win for that football team, right? They add another great weapon for Geno Smith. He definitely was wide receiver 1. I wonder if he would have went earlier if the domino effect would have started happening sooner. The receivers, because they went 4 in a row.
It's never happened in draft history at that high. Eisen said it last night. Never. 4 receivers in a row. And he was the first one.
Yeah, and that just triggered it. We saw this a couple years ago when one receiver finally went, and then it started to go about in the mid-teens. And so this surprised me a little bit. You know, Green Bay at 13, it's just not their style to go get a skill position in the first round. They just don't do it. I just thought maybe they might.
They won't.
You know, they didn't. They went and got a pass rusher who's pretty darn good. Don't get me wrong.
Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah, didn't start a game at Iowa, was their best player. You know, Kirk Ferentz doesn't start necessarily the best players all the time. He starts older guys. He's always kind of been doing that. But he clearly was the best player for Iowa last year on the defensive side of the football and what he did.
You know, I really want to have optimism here, but I'm concerned, honestly. There is an environmental warning happening in Philadelphia. There is an invasive weed emerging into the stadium specifically. Yeah. It's called the Chinese privet plant. You've seen them in the hedges that are built around college football stadiums, notoriously at Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. This invasive weed is working its way up the southeast and into Philadelphia, and the hedges are arriving because how could the rest of you allow the Philadelphia Eagles to draft not one, but two defensive players from a national championship winning defense the last 2 years with the Georgia Bulldogs? The audacity for the other 31 teams to let the Philadelphia Eagles get not one, but two of these guys. Jalen Carter at 9. It made a lot of sense. They traded up to get him. And then, rightfully so, at the table, our colleagues were dumbfounded, and I'm fairly certain that word was used several times by Daniel Jeremiah, that Nolan Smith was still available to the Philadelphia Eagles at 30. Yeah. What are we doing, league? What are you doing? This team was just in the Super Bowl. This is what you're looking at. 4 guys over the last 2 years, draft picks, in the top 83 picks to the Philadelphia Eagles to make a defense even better than they already were. It's an invasive weed, that hedge, all right? And it's arriving. It has arrived in Philadelphia. Peter, I'm concerned. I am really concerned.
Yeah, if you're a Giants fan this morning, if you're a Commanders fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, just Kyle said earlier in the show, you're like, really? 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 We'll see how it goes. I think one of the key things there is that they join Nakobe Dean and they join Jordan Davis, 2 guys who've already been through the Eagles for years. So even if there is some maturity or adjustment issues for either one of them, that's a cool place to go. The shocker to me was that Dalton Kincaid dropped as far as he did. Not that the Bills took him, that this tight end that I was hearing is the next Travis Kelce and is being described as might as well be a wide receiver and was a top receiving target in this draft, just kept falling and falling and falling. And there might be injury stuff because he was coming off of one of those, but the Bills, this wasn't an area of desperate need. They didn't need a tight end, and yet I think when you look at their roster, you know, their offense is looking for that Cole Beasley type, if you will, and this could be your slot receiver in so many ways. I think Dalton Kincaid was a fantastic prospect. He was ranked as number 9 on Daniel Jeremiah's big board, and he's slipping, and they give up a 4th-round pick, and they move up a couple spots to go get their guy. So we always talk about the rich getting richer. I thought the Buffalo Bills offense was really impressive last year, and they go and get Dalton Kincaid, who I had someone tell me earlier in this draft process, he is as good as any of these receivers in this draft. So Buffalo getting Dalton Kincaid, not a shocker that the Bills made their move, a shocker that he was there at the end of the night, and most people were in bed by the time he got selected.